Hello, and welcome to Opinion Island. I'm Joel.
I'm Angie.
I'm Christina.
And I'm Grant.
And today, we're talking about Christina's movie, which is...
A Fountain of Youth.
Woo!
I almost
Yeah.
forgot what it was.
You got it. Yay.
All right, take it away.
So Fountain of Youth is about a brother and a sister who have a father who is a famous archaeologist. Oh, no, I said archaeologist.
Yeah,
That word's tough, for sure.
it is tough.
Archaeologist.
It's a 12-point word
Oh,
right
no, I
there.
still can't say it. Anyways, and it's basically about an adventure they have together.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is still doing, the brother Luke is still doing the treasure hunting work, and the sister is a boring curator at a museum, and his brother thinks she's a dud now.
Yeah.
Well, she's married. She has a kid.
And she's getting divorced though.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer.
Didn't work out.
So yeah, her boring life didn't pan out, and her brother's back doing shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Living the Indiana Jones life.
Yes, I totally feel like this movie
Yeah.
was
this
a mix.
is definitely a mini Indiana
This is
Jones.
Or-
Diet Indiana Jones.
Diet,
Or
yeah.
like
I
the
think it's a
Nicolas Cage
combo.
movie.
Yeah, Mummy.
National Treasure?
No,
that
National
one.
Treasure.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it's a combination of the three of them. Like
Okay.
National Treasure,
Yeah, I definitely got those
Mummy,
vibes.
It's like-
and definitely
It's like the
Indiana.
crumbs of all of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like has a little feel of them, but not. I love that it's an original story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that they're looking for the Fountain of Youth because everybody can relate and wants to be young and like wishes they had a serum that could fix them. So we could all be striving to look for that.
And
Like,
I
we
was
could appreciate
intrigued.
it.
I was intrigued. I wanted them to get to the end point so I could see how they were going to do it.
Me too.
Yeah, so
for
I was
sure.
intrigued for sure.
There's been a couple different movies that have looked for the Fountain of Youth.
But they never really found it, right?
I think Pirates of the Caribbean did it. One of them, right?
That was
One of the
Fountain of
newest ones.
I can't
It might
remember.
even be the newest
I
one.
can't
They're probably-
remember either.
I don't remember.
Wasn't there like 12 of those?
Yeah, there's like 15.
I think it was about
Somewhere.
Saw. There was 12
Yeah.
Saw.
12 saws.
You're thinking Friday the 13th.
But in this movie, beautiful Natalie Portman is in
She's
it.
so pretty.
We haven't seen her in a movie in a while, from what I can remember.
Yep.
And to be on an Apple movie was kind of interesting.
I know
to
you're
me.
so against these first.
I'm not
straight to
against
digital.
them.
You
I
they're,
just
like,
think
low
that they are
budge.
lower budget than movie theatrical.
I thought this
Yeah.
movie was filmed
movies.
excellent.
So-
it didn't look like a cheap movie.
No,
at all.
I'm not saying they're cheap either. I'm just saying the budget is
I
definitely
had to-
lower than a theatrical release.
like,
You
I
think
think
so?
when they
Absolutely.
first,
How much was this one?
I think when they first
I
started
don't-
doing these, I think they were dipping their toe in the water for these, and now they're a hit. Like they're able to get the big name actors and actresses, and they're able to put on big movies now. Like,
I agree
just
with you. I
straight
think in the
into
beginning it
streaming
was
services.
that
So
way.
you think it's the same?
I do.
I don't
I-
think that this is
I don't.
the same.
I don't know if it's
I'm on
same,
your.
same,
We're
but
in the
it's
same
close.
island.
This
It's
is-
definitely close.
This was not as big a budget or looked as big a budget.
Yeah, I'm not. But we're not saying low budget either.
I do
No, it's not-
definitely
it's
think
not
my
low,
budget
but-
is higher.
Big
I
budget
think that-
movie.
But it's not the same as like say Mission Impossible.
I'm saying if
Yeah.
you put this into a theater, it's going to be just as good as a lot of other movies that have come out.
I think that they would have had a higher budget.
I disagree.
I don't
I
think
don't,
so.
I don't think it would have came. Once you put this one in the theaters.
What do you guys think it was? I have the answer now. Google gave me the answer.
I have no idea what
All right.
budgets are for these movies.
All right,
I
let's
couldn't
see
even
what
tell you
these
what a budget
lame,
is.
I couldn't tell you
cheap
what a.
movies.
Well, let's do a theatrical.
I don't know.
movie,
All right,
too.
go
Does it do?
I couldn't
Come
even
on,
tell
right?
you.
Go ahead.
50 mil.
I got my money on
50 million?
this one.
50 mil.
50 mil for this movie
For
or
this movie.
for
That's-
digital budget?
No, for this movie.
Like I
already
said,
saw the
I'm not
answer,
even
so I
gonna.
can't
I'm not
say.
even gonna try my hand
Come
at it
on,
because I don't
Joel,
know what
try.
a budget for like a big like. Obviously, a movie like Avatar or something has a ridiculous budget of
Yeah,
like billions
and
of
budgets
dollars.
just seem to get higher
Yeah,
no matter
and-
what because of inflation, anyways.
Yeah, and they
What-
take so long to make, and they do
Yeah,
like they
Avatar is
have
a really
hour
good
or
example.
years
Okay, what
of
year
like
did Avatar
editing.
come out?
Well, the first one had to be like
Go ahead,
early
Google
2000s.
it. You
right?
got it. You got this.
The newest
I'm feeling
one just came out a couple
combative
years back.
today.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm on your
Really?
team. I had your back.
You did it completely.
You
agree.
did a more agree with
I
me
do
than these
100%
two.
Yeah,
agree.
Grant and I did not agree.
So
The first Avatar came out 2009. The second
Avatar
one
237
came out
million.
2022.
Okay, and what year?
2009.
2009.
So that means
was huge.
today's money would be crazy.
Yeah.
And that movie was filled with stars, filled with non-stop
yeah.
CGI.
The special effects and
That's-
CGI is
That's
expensive
crazy,
as hell.
and it also probably made all of its money back.
I
Like,
feel
hand
like it
over
did. It was
fist.
a hit movie.
That's
It was a good one. I
That's
like
like
that.
the
I'm not
number
saying
one
this
movie
movie
in the
was
world,
low
you know,
budget,
or-
Christine. I feel like you go like extreme.
What budget? Well, what's the answer?
The answer is $180 million budget.
Which is
And
higher
they
than I
actually-
thought.
this?
It's
And
higher
but-
than
It was
I
probably
thought.
from going to all around the world.
Yeah.
But really, it was they ended up spending $200 million.
That was higher
Oh,
than
they
I
gotta go
thought.
over
budget.
Absolutely higher than I
Somebody
thought.
got fired for sure.
Yeah.
They went
They
over
went
a
over
pretty good
20
amount.
million. But Guy Ritchie's the director.
Guy Ritchie,
All they did was
there's
take
$100 million right there.
All they did was change where it was being released. They just, instead of going into a theater, they're like, let's go where everyone's actually watching movies, which is on
How do
Apple
they recoup
TV.
that though?
Or
How do they? I mean, because usually there's movie sales
Mm-hmm.
recoups that, so people are already subscribed to Apple to watch this movie.
Yeah. It
Are-
came out as
do
a
they
free,
get more money
yeah.
for? What
Like
is the?
per
How do they
view,
recoup the money?
like
Yeah,
minutes
because it's already
watched?
there,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Minutes watched, right?
That's how I think. Like, not to bring video games into this, but Xbox has Game Pass, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how do they make money off of that? Like,
Yeah.
where does the money come from?
There's a lot of
Doesn't
games
make
that
sense
I
to me.
don't play on
Yeah.
there, and so how is the people the developers who put their game on that getting any money out of it?
I feel like it's kind of like similar to gym memberships because all those people have gym memberships.
Don't
they're paying
go?
monthly, but they don't go. They don't use it.
Yeah, but there has to be for the streaming service to say that, hey, this movie was a success. We have the numbers
Yeah.
to prove that this many people watched it.
yeah, and
I
they
mean,
do.
they can see the
digitally.
numbers,
But
yeah,
do
they
they
can
just see
see-
it as like people watched it, or do they just have, oh, it's subscribed to 100 million subscribers, so they must have watched it?
No, I think they know who watched it
And
for
like,
sure, and who
something
watched
like-
it more than one time.
And like something like Stranger Things, right? Like, I bet you people get the service and watch that and then cancel their subscription, right? You know, or what's another one? Squid Games, right?
MGM
People-
Plus for From.
Have
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah, I
canceled your
definitely done that.
prescription or subscription? Not prescription.
We've never had. We've
Subscription.
I
always-
know.
never
I
have.
For
have
other ones,
for
you know?
other ones.
For other
I
lower
have
ones,
signed
you know, like
up.
MGM Plus
Yeah.
or whatever the
Oh,
hell.
I've
yeah.
signed up for streaming
Or HBO Plus when they
services
had
just
it.
for a particular show, watched it, binged it, and then canceled
Yeah.
my.
But I'd imagine there's other people that do that. For,
Yeah.
You know, even for the big ones like Hulu and Netflix and stuff. And
There's definitely some, like Peacock, I think is one. I think we still have it to this day, but I feel like I did go back and forth with Peacock. I don't remember why I need it now. And then MGM Plus was definitely another one. But like Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, whatever the fuck it's called now. What else is there?
There's like
Disney
Paramount
Oh,
Plus.
Plus.
Disney, yeah.
Paramount.
Paramount Plus, yep, I have
There's
that. I have
Hulu.
all
I mean,
of them.
Amazon Prime, but that's already included if you're a Prime member.
Yeah, and some of the movies you still have to buy though.
Yeah,
But
people
all
have
of those
them.
things I still have, like the ones that I said later, those ones we still have and keep paying for. But we also have cable at home, so we
So
pay
we
for
don't
all
have
of the
cable.
things.
We are non-cable.
But we have cable mostly for sports.
Sports.
All the sports. So we
Yeah,
have all the
live
packages
sports
and
is
stuff.
is
But
hard
I
to come
miss
by.
cable,
Hulu has
honestly.
live sports.
Do
I
you?
used to. I never thought I would say this, but I do. Everything was in one place. I could find it all here.
did enjoy
now
that,
we
yeah.
freaking it's everywhere, and I hate looking for sports
No,
here and sports there and
It's
everywhere.
very true. Whenever we want to watch something, we're like, we know it's on streaming.
Yeah,
What is it on?
which
So I have to
service did it
Google
just
how
come
to
So
to?
watch.
annoying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a market for something, right? Some kind of service that provides that tells you where everything is streaming and how to watch it.
And
Yeah, it
there's
was
an
called
app for that.
cable. Probably is an app for that. I would use it because it's
just-
annoying. I hate it.
Like if there's a movie that I need to watch, I Google it,
Yeah.
and then it'll show you what services have it,
Mhm.
and then I'll be
feel
like,
like it always
I don't have
tricks
that
me.
service.
I feel like it always
Or it's
tricks
like,
me.
how do all these services and I still gotta
or
buy
they
it?
say with premium
All
Yeah.
these services,
subscription.
and
I got all these
buy it.
services,
Premium
and I still have to
service.
fucking buy one of these
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
What frustrates me more is when you have to like buy or rent old movies that have been out for
Yeah,
40,
it's
30
so
years, and it's
annoying,
like, just throw it out there.
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
Give me a
yeah.
break. You need the $3?
Sure, I'll give you
Yeah.
these $3
I know.
for this dumb movie. Thanks.
I can just rent it at the library. Here's my library card. Like
It's cheaper
my
than
Universal
a Starbucks coffee.
United
You can rent
States
videos
card.
from the library or streaming. You can do something with the library.
You can. There
Yeah.
is a library itself has.
Yeah,
a
mine
streaming
might be
service.
videos.
Do
I
they
might be
really?
dating myself 100%. I think it's DVDs. Anyway, that was a crazy
Crazy
tangent
tangent,
from the
for
Fountain
sure.
of Youth.
Yeah.
And I think it was a good movie, very well filmed, is how we got there.
We're not saying it was bad. No one said it was badly filmed.
I
said it was
I
low
think
budget.
they would have.
I
think
it's
they
compared
would
to
have made money
theatrical.
putting it
Right.
in a
What
theater.
we're, the point now is
Okay.
these movies that come out digitally are just as big budget as the theatrical. All of the differences is where you're viewing it.
I think I'm still gonna say it depends on the movie.
I disagree.
I think it depends on the movie.
I bet
Okay,
if we
so-
took a chart,
Like the one we just said, Avatar, was
yeah,
a
but you're
huge
going back to
budget,
2009,
which means that translated to
They
today's money
couldn't-
would
they
be
couldn't
even
have done that.
higher.
They couldn't have done Avatar.
But there are movies that
direct
have
to
like
it.
billion-dollar budgets.
Because if you put Avatar direct into a streaming service, everyone would think it's lower quality, right?
especially back then, 2009. That was a long time ago. This is 2025.
It's the only movie I could think of now. Like, my memory's bad, and I just can't think of big blockbuster movies now.
Okay, let's think of what's the most recent non-kiddie movie.
This is what I'm
that
saying.
we've
I
seen in
I
a
won't be
theater.
able to help you out here.
Like, you can't put a Marvel movie direct into it, right? You can't, because you spent a lot of money on that. You want to recoup it in the theater, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to put it in a theater. You're not going to throw it direct into Disney Plus.
I just want to remind some people sitting here that there was a movie that we all saw recently that nobody was in the theater for. So them putting movies into the theater,
What movie
What
are you talking about?
movie? Yeah.
that
I know what
music
you're
one
talking
that
about.
we saw,
I know what you're talking about.
Huh?
and we were
Um,
the only
but
ones in the theater.
But that was a
The
different
music
story.
one?
That's a
'cause that was
totally
a special.
different-
But the
Yeah.
point is like obviously putting movies into a theater doesn't mean jack shit anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna say we're gonna agree to disagree
Well,
because I feel like this
I
is
don't
gonna
know
keep
about
going.
the whole movie dynamic has changed just as a whole, especially for lately,
Mhm.
the last
Like since COVID,
10, 15 years.
for sure.
Absolutely.
It's been
One
way
And there
different.
are
Way different.
there
Yeah.
are
Also,
a spectrum of
with
budgets for the
those-
movie theater
Also,
too.
with those movie shootings, people didn't want to go to
Yeah,
movies either.
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was put a lot of fear in.
That was
the
That
terrifying.
shooting
Right?
was that.
Yeah.
I think about that shit every
Yeah.
time I go.
Yeah,
I
I
do
mean,
too,
you
man.
kind of have to.
I think about it every
Um,
time, just even in an outdoor venue. Like it's so.
Luckily, I don't think a lot.
So going to the theater has taken a real hit
Hmm.
just in general, and so having the streaming services that is a new way for people to just enjoy movies has been very helpful for the movie industry, that they can still find an audience. Whether a movie goes to a huge outing as like a premiere in the theaters, and they don't even stay in the theaters that long anymore either. Even if the movie does go to theaters, usually for like 2 months, maybe 3, and it's out. And I remember being a kid, like all summer,
Dude, waiting and waiting. When's this gonna
it
be
would
out on
the
VHS?
movie
I
would
wanna
be
watch it
like
again.
out forever.
Yeah.
It would be months and months
It
with
would
this
be
movie,
months
and
before
you'd
you
be like,
could
oh
see
no,
it.
I'll watch it later. I'll get to it. But now, if you don't get to it within like that first month or 2, it's gone. And
Yeah.
now
6 weeks.
yeah, and then it might be on a streaming service another
Yeah.
month after that
Yeah.
sometimes.
Especially if it's like a dud at the theater, it'll be in
Yeah.
streaming services within weeks.
I think it's
too.
hard just for people to get to the theaters nowadays.
And it's expensive, dude.
Yeah.
What if
but-
what if you could go to the movie theater if it came with your subscription to like Netflix?
That's a
Like
great
if it
I think that's a
came-
great idea.
You
and
If
they
get
it
should
like
do that.
came
one
with-
ticket a month or some shit.
Yeah, or you can go unlimited, whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know
I
what it
think
would
that
be,
would
what the right answer is. but-
That's a good idea.
I mean, we still enjoy going to the theater.
yeah, but if you went,
They
that's my
have
point.
those,
Like
but
if you
it is
went,
expensive.
They have
to-
those. Gene, my
if it
stepmom
came-
has that.
I know, but I'm saying if it
Like,
came with something you already have,
you
so you don't have to pay
already
extra.
subscribe to.
So Netflix,
Yeah.
right, or Apple, they have that comes
They
with
build
your
theaters.
subscription, or they just buy the sucky ones that are now like the empty ones,
Yeah.
and then they have people that are willing to go now because it comes with your subscription, and then you buy popcorn there and you buy
yeah, you
whatever
buy
there.
the access, all
They
the
make their money off of the
Yeah,
other
and
things.
then
Auxiliary
we could
accessories.
see this movie in the theater. We could see it on the big screen and with the big sound. You
Yeah,
know,
it would
like
be-
Fountain
it would
of
be
Youth.
nice.
It would be fun
That would be
for the
pretty good.
people that do want to see that to
Mm-hmm.
have that option, but it doesn't cost you extra. It comes with it. I think that would be a good solution.
But I do feel that some of these movies that do go straight to streaming, they are lower just quality, overall quality. I feel like some of the movies, they get the big stars, but there's something missing about it. I don't know if it is because it's from Netflix or Apple or whatever, a streaming service that they put it out. I don't know. They're like somewhere
I
there's
think that's just like
somewhere
what
there's a
your brain's
maybe
think that
maybe
because
but
you're so
but
used
I'm
to it.
definitely getting the impression that some of these movies just either aren't written that well.
There's been a couple of movies I watched straight to streaming, and they were bad.
No.
I've seen lots of bad movies in theater and
I've
out of
also
theater.
seen
yeah, I've
them
seen
there too.
bad movies
Yeah.
in a theater also.
It's just growing up, there were movies that went to the theater, and there were movies that were straight to VHS.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you could tell the difference between those, and now that's just now in
Yeah.
my mind
Yes.
forever.
I think
So
that's what's in
when
this
when it
age
comes
group's
to,
mind.
it went straight to Netflix, it's probably going to be a little weak, but they're not. They're just as good, man. I've
Now
enjoyed
they are.
a lot of these straight to streaming movies more than I thought I would. This one is a perfect example of it.
This
Like,
was greatly done. Like, in no way was I saying this movie was poorly shot or produced or directed or the effects weren't as good. In no way did I ever say that. What I did say is I do believe, and maybe it is just that old school thinking, that
That's
the
what I'm
movie theater has a
sure.
higher budget.
Yeah.
But I will say, all across the board, yes, movie theater movies can be bad. There was Blair Witch Project that went to theater, and that was like the lowest budget ever. And then
Yeah, that's true.
also streaming can be high and low. So across
the
the
movie
board.
we just watched, we went and saw the live action Lilo and Stitch.
I'm going to see that tomorrow.
Absolutely could have went straight to Disney Plus, and I would have enjoyed it just fine.
I enjoyed it.
I'm not saying it's a
Yeah.
bad
I'm
movie.
only watching
in any
it
way,
because
shape, or
in the
form.
theater because I want to see it now. I don't want to wait.
It's completely fine. If you
I
like
went
Lilo and
in-
Stitch, you're gonna like
I
that
think
movie.
it
Yeah.
also matters the expectations you have before you go. If you hype a movie up, you are shooting yourself up for like
Yeah,
disappointment.
you're setting yourself up for
So
failure,
this
for sure.
movie, I think we all went in with low hopes. It was a Lilo and Stitch live action. A lot of the live actions haven't done as well.
Yeah.
So, but then at the end of the movie, I was like, I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that movie. Aiden hated it,
I
but I
didn't
feel
really
like he's
enjoy
become
it.
kind of a hater.
I thought it was fine. I
enjoyed
wasn't
it.
happy. I wasn't sad.
I haven't seen that
I
one
laughed.
yet, but
I laughed.
all the other Disney live action ones I have not liked.
I've also,
I don't
I
think
liked
there's
Aladdin,
one that I
that's
have
it.
liked.
I think I liked
I
Beauty and the
have.
Beast.
Me too. Beauty and the Beast I love.
Yeah.
That
I didn't
that
see
one
it.
was okay, but I got so
And I
tired
think
of
I
her
liked
voice after a
Cinderella,
while.
Too.
I like Cinderella also.
Yeah.
There was a
But
Cinderella.
Cinderella
Yeah, it was
second.
earlier.
Beauty
These
and
are
the Beast,
earlier.
Cinderella. Yeah.
I didn't even finish. The Simba movie or whatever it was.
I know. I didn't,
didn't
finish
like
it
Lion
either.
the Lion King.
I
I
didn't
didn't.
like
I just
watch
turned
it.
it off. I was like,
I
this is
watched
not
it for like
no.
3 minutes and turned it off.
I
It was
couldn't
short.
finish Aladdin.
Oh,
I
Aladdin
liked,
was
I
not
liked
good.
Aladdin, but Aladdin's
Aladdin.
probably
I
my
turned that one
favorite
off
Disney
too. I
movie
turned it off. I was
ever.
like, this is no. I don't like
I
it.
Yeah.
did. It was hard for me to not hear Robin Williams as the
Yeah,
King,
it's too-
because that's like my childhood. You know what I
I
mean?
know, that's so
And-
good.
and
I just
Will
don't. I'm
Smith
not
is
down with
me.
the live action
I
stuff.
did
Just
get
come
through
on,
Little
guys.
Mermaid, but I feel like because Little Mermaid
Didn't
always
even
has a
wanna watch
special
it.
place in my heart.
I couldn't get through that one either.
I
didn't
just
try.
I love the cartoon more than the live action.
love
for
the
Little
cartoon.
Mermaid.
Live action, I could get. I don't think I got through the first song.
We're gonna watch Snow White, Joe and I, at some point because it's on Disney
Yeah.
Plus now. Okay, so
Back
Fountain
to
of
the movie.
Youth.
Back to
Fountain
the
of
movie. We are
Youth.
talking
Found
about.
you.
So John Krasinski's in this movie.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
I
He's been in
have,
a lot of things.
Yeah.
a soft spot for him because The Office is
The
my favorite
Office.
show of all time.
Yes, I
Um,
love
Oh,
Jim.
yes, I forgot about
and
that.
every
I
time-
knew he looked familiar.
Every time I see him on this movie, it was just like, oh, Jim.
I've liked everything he's been in. The
He-
Quiet Place, I loved
Yeah,
him in
Quiet Place
those.
Is that
Right.
scary? That sounds scary.
It's a
Yes.
little, it's scary, yeah.
Yeah, Quiet
he's
Place is
been-
excellent.
He did another action, but I don't think I saw it. But
Was
I
it the 13 Hours one? He did a war
Oh,
movie.
okay.
And he wrote that movie If.
I thought Ryan Reynolds.
He was in the movie.
He didn't write it.
No.
John Krasinski. Okay,
John
so I liked
Krasinski.
If, the kids movie.
I didn't see that one.
It was
I
good.
don't.
It was
Did
good.
I see it? I don't know. I didn't remember it. So.
It's
Isn't that,
more. It's not cartoony.
Imaginary Friend.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Imaginary
Oh,
Friend.
Yeah,
nope,
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see that one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very good.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. But yes, he's in it. John Krasinski.
And Padme, she's in this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
and she looks like she doesn't age.
I know.
Like, at
but
all.
I think she probably
I
had a little
thought-
work.
I
done.
thought
You think
opposite.
so?
I thought she
Really?
aged a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely
Really?
Natalie Portman.
I think
She
she.
aged a
I
little
think she
bit.
still looks pretty.
Yeah,
She's still pretty.
I
She's
do
But
still
too.
I
pretty.
do think she's had
100%.
work done to keep her face looking young.
Okay.
I think the other girl was very pretty.
Oh, she is. Yeah, the
really pretty.
evil girl, but not
Good
evil. The
night.
protector.
Yeah.
The protector.
She was okay too.
Oh.
She reminded me
She's
of
pretty.
someone else. She is really pretty. She
She-
reminded me of, I want to say Gal Gadot.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Mm.
Who?
I think
yeah,
she looks
so?
more like
Wonder
that, like the
Woman.
girl that
Oh,
played
yeah, she's pretty too.
Snow White in that new live action
You
one.
really?
I think they look similar.
You're right, they do. I'm
I
not
can
sure
see-
who
I can
this
see
girl
that more
is.
than Gal
I,
Gadot.
yeah.
I don't know
But I
who.
don't.
She's
Have
Wonder
we seen?
Woman.
Yeah,
No, the one
I just
in
think
this
they
movie.
look
Have we
similar.
seen
I
her
don't
before
think
in
we've
anything?
I don't. I couldn't put her. In
They
Yeah.
they do all.
I feel
kinda
like they
look
could have been
similar,
interchangeable
though,
in
these
this role.
girls that we're talking about. But I think they're all pretty.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love I loved everyone's dynamic. I loved the brother sister
Mm-hmm, me
dynamic
too.
and like the bickering,
Mhm.
and then I loved the dynamic with the protector, and it's kind of like a flirty,
Will they? Won't
angry.
they?
Yeah, will they, won't they? There
won't
was a lot
they?
of flirtiness going on.
Yeah.
He was funny with his little, like, oh, should we get the kids out of the way?
Yeah.
Like, all those things were funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys got the vibes right away from the, benefactor. Is that what they're called? Who supplies the money?
Mhm,
The
I
guy.
guess.
Did you get the vibe of an evil guy?
No, I did not. I totally believed that he
Yeah.
was.
No, not evil, but I for sure was like, this
Sick.
guy's not sick.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not sick in any way. He's supposed to have cancer, and he's like, I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you
a,
haven't
like
coughed
a
When
pro.
you mess those guys up, big
You
time.
haven't done anything to make you
Yeah.
look sickly in any way.
Yeah.
Except for the one day when he was
there
doing
was that
something.
one scene, yeah, when he took the pills and she was like, "Oh, it was a bad day." He's like, "I have my good days and bad days."
Yeah, that was it.
What were those
I-
pills then?
I did eat-
It was
I-
just
that
a
went
farce.
over.
Yeah.
It was a
I don't know.
farce.
Must
Yeah.
have
Not
been
a
looking
fart,
in the
but a
pantry.
fart.
Yeah. huh?
Twas a farce.
It's just a fart.
But I did like the dynamic, and I did not think at all that he was the evil guy.
Maybe he was
Until
the evil
until they
guy.
were entering the pyramid, I feel like then
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, why does he
Red
have this like
flags.
army?
Lots of red flags.
Yeah, red flag
So,
alert.
so in all of these kinds of movies, right? There's always that one weird twist at the end where who's going to end up being the real villain here, and they were kind of like it kind of made it seem like he was going to be that guy the whole time, especially when he was able to get rid of her husband like at the drop of a hat, like. And you never,
didn't put
you
those
didn't
things
really
together.
like know where he's getting his money from or how he's got all this money. So it seemed like that was going to be the twist. So I'm not saying, oh, I'm a genius, I figured it out, but it felt from the beginning that's how it was going to be. And so I wasn't super surprised by it, but how scummy he ended up being was like, oh, ugh.
I loved all the chasing scenes.
It was action from the beginning.
Yes,
Instant
it
chase.
had my
yeah.
attention the whole time.
Okay, but the first chase scene was really dull, right?
The museum one.
No, where
No.
he's
Scooter?
where he's on the scooter. And they're like, "Oh no, we can't catch a scooter."
Yeah.
The guy on the motorcycle was literally like a foot behind him. He could just knock him off. I mean, and they had cars,
It
and
was
that thing was
slightly
like
unrealistic.
when they
but I
like
liked
went
it.
stop, and then like the cars can't stop them, but the little
Yeah.
scooter can stop quicker. Like, come on, man!
Well,
like
the
that
scooter
was so
wasn't
cheesy.
going very fast.
The scooter
That
was,
was
on fire too.
The first bit of
Come on,
cheese
it
for
was
me.
great.
That was a little bit of drip
Little
of
cheese.
cheese.
I
for me, yeah.
even made fun of that. I was like, he's on a freaking scooter. Dude.
Yeah, man,
Come
come
on.
on.
I could run by the side of that scooter. Ah!
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, man.
I don't feel like you could.
Bet.
Scooters go. How
Bet.
fast do scooters go? Because it's
Not
been
that quick.
proven.
I mean, they're on the road and they're road legal, so they gotta go
I'm
at
gonna
least like
say at
35
least
mile an hour.
35.
35. So do you think
I
that
can
you
run
could run
36
35?
miles per
No.
hour.
I cannot run any miles an hour.
Listen, I can't do it very far. I'll go from one end of the block to the other.
I will pull
No,
a
man.
That's it.
muscle.
Pull up the treadmill. Crank it up.
Guaranteed. Well, I feel like I could
Definitely
throw my
not
shoe
now.
at him, and I could have hit him with my shoe, and he would have fell over.
Oh, you would have attacked him like
Who
a
throws
like
a
a chancla,
shoe?
like just
Yeah.
whacked him
I got
perfectly.
big
Grandma,
chocolates.
Yeah.
They're gonna hit.
One part that just irritated me a little bit was that they were like masterminds. They're so smart and they're figuring out all these puzzles, but there were some puzzles they couldn't figure out, so the son had to miraculously solve it.
Yeah,
He was
so
a music
Good
prodigy.
thing he had
Natalie
it. He had
Portman's
him.
son.
Yeah,
What was her
Natalie
name?
Portman.
Penelope.
I don't know.
I think
Kid
you're
that
right.
didn't sound like his mom or look like his mom.
I just felt
Charlotte's
like
mom.
if the
Or
son
the
wasn't
dad.
there, they wouldn't have figured it out. Like, is that?
I feel like they were trying to include him in because they're going to tie him
Yeah.
into the next
Yeah,
movies
that was
that are
the-
coming up.
Oh, the next movie?
Yeah,
are
I
there?
feel like they're at the end. I was like,
they
I
definitely
have a
set it
feeling there's
up.
going to be more.
Yeah, they
You don't think
definitely
so?
set it up.
I think
so.
I don't think they should.
I think once again it all depends on how well
Well,
this
this
movie
one
is
does.
received, and when you scroll down, it's like the number 2 most watched movie on this service. So
On Apple
it
TV.
seems like at the time is doing pretty good. I don't know. I think with the stars they have and how actiony that movie was, I feel like they could make another one. Like
I think I liked
Yeah.
it. I thought it was good.
it just
I was
depends on
entertained.
how good the next story is.
I like the story.
Yeah.
I like the story.
story I thought was
I love
really
that it was
good.
an original story.
But that's what I'm saying is
I-
now you're making a
guess.
sequel. Like sequels are usually
Like,
never
how much
as
more
good.
treasure can you
I
find,
feel like
and how
3
many more
sequels is
hijinks?
good.
What's
Over
the
3
next?
is your
What's the
max.
next
Three?
big? What's the next big treasure you're looking for? You got the Fountain of
I
Youth.
don't
What's
know.
the next one?
I'm not that
I know.
into
I don't
King
know. They
Kong or
brought up the
something, yeah.
mask, and I was like, I know nothing
Holy
about this
Grail.
mask.
Oh, yeah, they did bring
they
it
do
up.
Yeah,
that.
and, like he like stared in it, and,
And
then,
he
and then
did
what was up
have
with his
those dreams,
dreams?
yeah.
So the dreams were like weird to me. Like it's almost like he was like seeing the future. I don't know.
I like all the storyline getting up to the big scenes at the end when they were at the pyramids. And then all the fun stuff inside the pyramids. I was like, is this real pyramids? I was like, oh no, can't be the real pyramids. When they start blowing shit up.
Yeah, I don't know that they're allowed to film in there, so I feel like it's not.
So yeah, I would assume a remake.
That's where my cheese happened for this movie is
In the pyramids.
those pyramids have been around for a pretty long time. Pretty long time. And you're telling me that there was a little secret entrance off to the right the whole time to take you down to the Fountain of Youth?
That and also there was like they went inside that one and there was like a regular door inside there. It's all like pyramid stones and hallways and there's like a regular ornate door.
Just a
I was like,
regular-
okay.
And then they had the key just right next to the door. The little orb was right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It was right next to it. Right next to it. They didn't even bother hiding it. They were like,
I
here you
feel
go.
like they didn't
They
even
put it in
need
like a
to
little-
have that as
Yeah.
a mystery. Like that was the door you got there, open it.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have to have that little amber
pachinko ball just goes
Or they
inside.
could have found it anywhere else throughout this story. Not, oh, look at it, it's right here, right next to the door. How convenient.
I thought the coolest part for me in this was when they cut the ship and they brought the ship
They
up
brought it
with
up.
the
That was
balloons.
tight.
I want to know, is that actually possible?
That was cool too. I was so confused at first. I was like, oh, those are like floater things. And then when they
Yeah.
started blowing up, I was like, what is happening? I didn't
Like,
realize it.
Is that actually
I
possible?
think
I
it
have no
probably is
idea.
possible.
I bet
Seems
you
heavy.
money it is.
then why
I don't-
don't they do that
That's
now?
I
the
think-
Titanic.
I know why.
Yeah.
Because
It's
why?
too far down.
What are
I
you
don't
gonna?
know.
What's
Maybe
the
they
point
had
of it?
watertight treasure things in there too. I don't know.
I know that was one
Okay,
thing I was
that-
confused about.
that-
Can
Yeah.
you really not?
That was
get the
another
water in?
cheese for
Come
you.
on, you got this thing at the bottom of the ocean, and the Rembrandt is still intact
Impeccable.
and good
Yeah.
It was
condition.
in a
There's no
waterproof
way.
safe.
There was
Is that what that was supposed to be?
Yeah, it was
Waterproof
supposed to be
safe?
waterproof.
Okay.
No.
And then he
way.
put
But
it
what
in a
about-
perfectly waterproof
From the
backpack.
I know
from,
that
like,
part
the
too. I'm like, you got,
1600s or
you got
whatever
like
it was?
almost stuck in the
But I do
freaking-
think he would have planned ahead, and if they know that
Come
they're going to
on.
be in water, he
Or-
would have brought waterproof.
Everything else
Luggage.
was junk around it,
Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
and that is just
Yeah.
perfectly fine. Yeah, right.
Oh,
That's
or
enough.
Yeah, right. Also.
Cheese on that too.
At the
I just
very
ignored
beginning.
it.
Cheddar cheese.
At the very beginning, when he
It's okay.
stole it and he's got it in that tube,
Yeah.
and they're driving, he's falling, he's flipping around, and then the tube is still perfect. The painting is still pristine.
Yeah.
Bro, you smashed the shit out of that thing at least 10 times.
Aren't they lined so that they're like I
With
should
magic?
no like
The tube, you mean?
reinforced?
It's
yeah.
metal lined. Yeah, Joel, it's
See?
metal lined.
Okay.
yeah, sure.
Boom! I don't know why
Maybe-
they didn't just use
So,
it as a
so when he
weapon
fell
then.
on his back, he'd be going,
You could have used it as a weapon
"Steel
then,
pipe in
right?
my back."
And I don't know
Those
if
were
they
all
have.
things I just ignored because I was entertained.
You were enjoying.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
sure,
entertained.
that's fine. That's
It's,
fine.
it's definitely funner or more fun to think
Yeah.
of it
To
like
not
that.
think of those
Yeah.
things.
To the
How they
details.
had invisible ink in the 1600s.
Yeah.
I don't know when they had invisible ink.
It's made
but-
out
Well,
of
how did there's a
16
lot of mysteries.
Hey, the 1600s they had
from-
invisible ink. Hey,
How did the
okay.
pyramids get created? Like,
Yeah,
there's a
Grant,
lot
how
of
were the pyramids even
mysteries.
created?
aliens.
By an
man.
alien, bro.
Aliens, yeah.
Aliens did it.
Or
I
how
do
they were able
believe
to make a
aliens.
cool door
Me too.
that floated and when
Yeah. You know, there
Oh,
there
I
is
know, that
there
was
is some
cool.
theory
I thought
that
that
That was
was
tight.
cool.
That was tight.
Yeah.
that how they moved these the big stones of the pyramid was with sound. There is a weird theory out there that could have been with sound.
Really?
So using the sound in that room was kind of cool to see them.
Okay.
That was really,
Move that
especially
door.
And the
little,
boy that knew the tune, that was cheese for me.
No, he knew
Yeah.
it too because of those are the letters.
So it was the same
Yes.
letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I told her. I was
Gosh,
like, it's the
Amy.
same
I didn't
beat
believe
from
it.
the,
So he
from
just
the book.
remembers it.
But
it was only
in
like
my
six
head-
notes.
Like six
He's a
or
musical
seven letters.
prodigy, Angie.
But because I think about comedy all the time, I was all
Yeah, dude. Have you
Turned
have you
into
ever
Little
seen that
Mermaid.
video where it's like a glass plate or a steel plate or something, and there's all the sand on it, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
make the sounds, and then it makes a different pattern?
It's
Yeah.
cymatics.
Bro, it's so
Yeah.
tight because that's
So
what was
tight.
happening
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that place, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it
oh,
was.
that's so
That's
cool,
like
man.
such a real thing in our world that we
Yeah.
don't understand. Like that sound has a shape.
It
dude,
sound
like
has
a
Yeah.
real
Dude,
shape.
it's so tight. Stuff like that blows my mind.
Yeah.
It is really cool.
And so that
I
you know,
agree.
the Egyptians may have known that
Yeah.
and used that to make the pyramids.
Harness
I think
that
they
shit.
did.
They
I'm gonna
didn't
go with
have
yes.
TVs and electronics to distract them, so they could only
Yeah.
use their brains to do cool
I know
things
they didn't
like
have
this.
1,000 streaming services.
They
to
didn't have
argue
brain
over.
rot. Yeah.
Wait.
I was waiting for booby traps. And I
Same.
was disappointed
Same.
that there
I was
weren't
too.
booby traps.
There
So that
weren't
was like
booby
the
traps.
Indiana Jones feature.
And she said that she's all,
Oh.
aren't Egyptians famous for booby traps?
Yeah, then like
was
they
like-
got all here way too easy.
I didn't even think of
disappointment
that.
in
Not
my
one
voice.
spike ball,
Yeah.
not one arrow to
Nothing.
the knee.
I wasn't sad about it at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it. I forgot about booby traps.
I was like excited. Like
Yeah,
I was like,
you're right.
oh,
That
they're gonna
would've
go
been-
in here.
They
The
could
little
have. Somebody could have
darts
got
coming.
booby trapped. I think that would have been.
They
a
could have
good
been
idea.
a booby trap for
Maybe
something.
the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Booby trap.
so with the booby traps, there was also Egyptians are known for having curses. You know,
Yeah,
curses,
yeah.
curses.
Curses,
And then there's
curses.
It means more when you say
there's
it like
there's no supernatural thing that happens at any point in the film, and then at the very end when they get to the Fountain of Youth, they're floating in the air and the water's coming around them.
That
So
was
now
the power
suddenly
of
there's
God.
a supernatural thing when there wasn't ever before. I found more cheese.
Really?
I think the Fountain
liked
of
it.
Youth itself felt supernatural. Like
Yeah.
just talking about it and what it could do. I mean, that's not natural.
Yeah,
Well,
right. It's
apparently-
Supernatural.
Well, apparently that's what I'm saying. Like this whole movie was like, this is something that exists here. This is a power, and then they get there and it's like this magical power when there was no magic else in the movie. So like you're not.
You wanted it to have more magic
I wanted there to be like.
or not to be magic.
No, I wanted there. If you're not going magic, then don't make that part magical.
Okay.
But or if that is the magical part, then add magical or curse into there so that we already, as an audience, like accept that there's specialness there's a deeper world here.
So then, let's just say if you didn't want magic, right? If you wanted to
Yeah.
be consistent, so then what would the Fountain of Youth mean?
So the Fountain
then?
Youth would be some sort of like secret liquid that just they have right there, and that's the only place on the planet that this
But
magical
what would
liquid.
it do?
Well, it would keep
But
you
I
young.
think also maybe you just drink it and the effects happen inside your
I
body.
mean-
You're not floating. You're not seeing.
Because that's
Lights, it's just
still
a
supernatural, though. If it's
I
a
mean, they
liquid
all.
that
It wasn't
keeps you
just in his
young.
mind who drank it. They were all viewing this person float in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they landed, they weren't like, "Holy shit, you just floated in the fucking air." They were just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's normal."
Perfect example. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, right?
Right.
He drinks from it. Nothing happens.
It's the cup that's
not
the supernatural.
That's the thing in there. Boom.
I don't remember the movie,
And then
so
when
then what
he gets
happens?
somebody got shot, right? And he
Something-
pours it on it and
Yeah.
it heals up. Nobody's floating. They're not seeing spirits or nothing.
I
Just-
did think the floating was cool, and I personally don't think there's a way to do like a Fountain of Youth. Like if you're already talking about Fountain of Youth, a super liquid that makes you young and heals you or whatever it does, you're already talking supernatural. Like you're
Agree.
already talking about
And
something
I
that
didn't.
isn't.
It didn't bother me
Well,
that
I mean,
he was
it's a-
floating in the
I mean,
air
it's
and there was
myth,
some magic
right?
happening.
It's a
Yeah,
myth
myth.
in our world that it
Mythological.
could happen or whatever. And so myths have these little specialnesses to them already.
And
But-
I do think it was cool that they did put it in a pyramid, which already has so much mystery around
yeah.
it. And
That's an acceptable place to have.
you
such a
know,
thing.
another place would have been like
And it's super secret.
Ireland with leprechauns or something.
I think there's been
Different
another movie
movie,
that has done
different
it. It's
movie.
been like it was like the flower that does it, and
Oh,
it's only
yeah,
found
yeah,
here.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So like you can still.
The Australian,
I-
yeah. I watched one
I
where it
don't
was
know.
like an Australian flower movie, and they ate it.
Oh, you're thinking of
You're gonna make
Rain
a
Man.
joke, yeah.
no. No, what is it? It's got Sean Connery, right?
No,
I don't remember
Sean
No,
the
Connery.
details,
And
but
then
I'm
there
just
was
saying
like
that
bugs that were in the flowers.
no. I think we're
Bro,
thinking different
There's-
movies.
What movie am I thinking of?
Death
I don't
Becomes
know.
Her has the Egyptian lady with the little tube
Oh,
of
see,
liquid.
because we've got the Egyptian vibe
Yeah,
from her.
Egyptian
100%.
vibe.
All right.
Egyptian
Did you?
mystery.
I think that
Mystery.
okay. So change the subject. On
Oh, sorry.
the dad's name was Harrison.
I did notice that. Like
Switch with Harrison Ford because this is mocking it, not mocking, but
Like
just
an-
like
I
Indiana
think
Jones.
it's
He
like
was in Blade
a
Runner.
tribute.
A
I don't
tribute.
think,
Yeah, but not mocking.
yeah, sure. Not I didn't mean
yeah.
mocking, but like
So
it's in
clearly they were
the same,
fans
the
of
same
Indiana
genre.
Jones.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
an Indiana
Yeah.
Jones.
They
kind of
didn't do
style.
booby traps, but
They didn't do booby
they were a
traps.
fan.
Not even
They
one
didn't-
big
not-
boulder, nothing.
Not a whip or nothing, man.
A whip.
Okay.
He didn't even have a gun the whole time.
Also,
Hmm.
didn't you find it kind of weird that the Fountain of Youth had an off key that you could just nope, turn it off?
Yeah.
No fountain for you
Yeah,
today.
a kill switch.
I found that
Kill
thing.
switch.
Like, just
Yeah.
turn it
You're
off
gonna
all the
need the
time.
key.
Yeah.
You don't have to protect it anymore.
Don't worry
ever.
about it. Don't worry about it. This is now the final thing to do. Yeah.
In that scene, though, the whole thing when the stairs came out, he like turned the ball and all the stairs came out. I'm like, I like those stairs
that's
coming out.
tight.
the stairs
Yeah.
was
That was
okay.
cool.
Yeah, I
And
was
then-
like, how are they gonna
Yeah.
do this? And then it was like,
I thought the stairs were cool.
Okay, the stairs were cool, but when they had to escape, I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah,
There's
I was
no
like, Angie is
freaking
dead,
way.
1,000,000%.
You gotta go home without me. I got the Fountain of Youth back here. I'll be alright.
I'll get
thought
you a
the same
rope.
thing. I was like, okay, this is reminding me of going to the Statue of Liberty when we had to walk up all those stairs.
Oh yeah.
Awful.
And I was like, Tamara's dead because she couldn't make it up the
Yeah,
stairs
yeah.
because her knees got a bum knee.
"It's a lot of
I was
stairs."
like, I'm gonna be struggling getting up, but I got up, but I
Dude,
didn't.
When we did it when we were kids, I was so mad because the elevator was broken, and Philip was like, "We're going up the stairs."
But the elevator
I hated
only
it, and I
takes
was
you
a
to the, like-
kid.
Yeah, you don't
The
go to the
bottom.
crown.
Yeah, the
Oh.
crown, no elevator.
Well, I feel like it still would have helped, and it was broken that day.
It would have helped a little. Yeah.
It would have
you-
saved yourself a little bit.
You guys
Little
know
bit.
all the escalators at Universal Studios?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ran up the down escalator one time when I was young. This was when I was young and
Okay.
when you
great
could run
shape.
36 miles an hour.
I could probably do about 37 miles per hour at that time. And I remember I was able to do it, and like when I got to the top, like I still felt good.
Dang.
That was
man.
when I was in crazy good shape.
Yeah,
now,
playing soccer.
Like, how
obviously,
old
my
were you?
shape is like round.
In
Yeah.
high school? Was it high school
You were
age?
not
Yeah.
round.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's an insane amount of
Yeah.
steps.
Dude,
Yeah.
and going down, so it's constantly
Yeah,
fighting
you're like
you.
tripling it.
Everyone
on
was like
yourself.
cheering, yeah.
Go,
It's like, this is so tiring.
I'll never stop. I'll never stop.
Neither will the
Amazing.
escalator.
I would have been there cheering you on. Yeah, do
You
it,
should have
bro.
gone Adrian
Yeah,
at the
dude.
top.
But yeah, I thought those stairs were cool. I liked
They
it.
were
I
cool.
thought-
And I did also
I
think
did
about
it.
the people that we would lose along the way.
Yeah, but even John, he stops because he has time to stop
Yeah.
before
I know.
reaching the top to see the other guy like, oh no,
you
you're
talking about Luke?
falling.
Luke.
Is that
Okay.
his name in the
Yeah.
movie? Okay,
John-
Luke
okay, got it.
stops, and because he's not on a time crunch and he has time to stop. So that was some cheese for me.
But then he almost falls off, and the girl, his crush, saves him.
Yeah, she did save him.
And then they have like a little moment of, oh, you saved my life.
Don't make me chase after you.
and
I will find you and kill
then
you.
she
And
kisses
that's-
him on the cheek.
that's
Unless
what
you
I'm
make me
saying.
chase you.
They're setting
Unless
them
you
up
make me
for.
chase you.
They're setting it up for a sequel.
I
right?
agree, especially what they say at the end. What's our next adventure?
Yeah.
So the cop who's pursuing them, the investigator, inspector, I thought he was a protector. I thought he was gonna
Oh.
reveal because he was so like
The cop?
hardcore about
Like
with
the
his
Interpol
hound's
guy.
tooth?
Who
Oh.
had
Yes.
the nice,
The
nice
coat?
jacket. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna. Be
I
a
love that.
protector.
I love
That
that
guy's-
exchange between them in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
moment.
That guy was
Like,
cheesy too. I'm telling you,
I
man.
loved it.
I
I thought
see-
it was great.
There was a lot
I
of
s-
good
I
dynamic,
saw this
like,
whole
character
thing.
interaction.
To me, this whole thing was hokey. I saw it as hokey. I couldn't get over the hokiness of it. And I didn't really like
Hokey pokey.
Luke's or John's his like accent and his like cadence of his talking in this movie. Like the pattern of his speech for this role was just like off-putting for me.
Really, I don't think
Yeah.
I noticed.
I didn't either.
It-
I liked
It
it.
gave me Office vibes a lot because he talked kind of like that.
How he talks in that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I
like
didn't
actually just a
notice.
little bit sped up,
The-
but it
I
was
think
kind
It
of
was
the
like
same.
sped up and more smartass.
Yeah, it was.
but I
definitely
like
more
it's funny.
Yeah.
But
He's
I
always
don't know.
a smartass. I
Yeah,
feel like
that's
He's-
what I mean.
he's got the
It was like
smartass
sped up
face.
smartass is what
I just didn't like that performance. It just didn't hit for me. It just felt
Okay.
it felt
I
added.
love
It just
John
felt like it
Krasinski.
added to the
Yeah.
hokiness.
You know
But
who?
what was funny was hearing his name being Luke and having Natalie Portman yell Luke, Luke, Luke.
Yeah.
To me, it was
Oh my
like
God, I didn't
it was
even
like
catch
what
that.
if I was like,
Star
oh,
Wars.
this whole thing is a what if
A what if
she
Star
got to
Wars.
raise Luke. You know what I mean? In
Star
Star Wars.
Wars,
Then she'd
yeah.
be like, Luke, get off the couch. Luke, stop. Come back. Luke, Luke, Luke.
Oh my
Luke."
God, I didn't even
I
catch
did-
that
I
at all.
didn't.
In my head,
either.
the whole movie, I was like, oh, she's talking to Skywalker. And I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh, that's
this
hilarious.
is what we didn't get as Star Wars fans
Really?
for growing up with Luke.
Oh.
They made her
Getting to be the annoying big sister or the
kind
annoying
of
little
be
sister.
a douchebag. Natalie Portman was kind of a dud.
She
in
was
this
just
movie.
a
was kinda
rigid
dud,
Yeah.
butt up
Like
the...
She was
they
like-
made
stick up
her
the
be
butt.
such a
up
butthole.
the
Like the
butt?
whole time,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm against this. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, you're the worst brother. Like,
He did a lot of things that were not unacceptable in real life.
Ugh. Yeah,
He
she was
stole
very.
from her place of
Yeah.
employment.
The gun to her head, that was another one that was not
Yeah.
cool.
She didn't shoot though.
The little boy who like was on an airplane with a bunch of criminals, going off into a land of danger.
Her husband was a real
She
dick.
also
he
took
was.
the little kid
Ex-husband.
into the danger zone of the pyramid.
Yeah, she did.
She
She
totally
sure
did. And I was like,
did.
there's
She
no way
sure
any mom
did.
was like, yeah, come with me to the mysterious fucking
Yeah.
realm.
There's
Yeah.
probably
On
a
this
curse in here.
That
scary
would
treasure
definitely-
hunt.
That would be
There's
really
probably some
traumatizing as
supernatural
a
shit gonna
child to
happen.
see this guy melting in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he seemed really cool with it. He was
Yeah.
totally adjusted
Well,
already.
he's part of the family, so
He's a very
gonna
well-adjusted
be-
boy for this
He's gonna be
happening.
totally
He's
in on the
down for.
adventures.
He clearly
Yeah.
has even an idea for their next adventure.
Exactly.
So a cameo I thought was really cool was the Stanley Tucci guy. I really like him.
Oh, when he
think
came
he's
out of
cool.
nowhere?
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? This guy?
who's that?
He's the
He was the guy who had the
protector
magic
boss.
keys.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But
like
at
him.
the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time, like, they couldn't get a more, like, Egyptian-looking guy to be
He
like...
looks kind of Egyptian
No, he
to
didn't.
me.
He looked like he just came out of the office.
He
looks like he works
kind
for
of
the
Italian or
NSA.
Egyptian.
I mean, they're
He's got
protecting
some
something
kind
in
of
Egypt
mystery.
with the curse,
have had
and he looks
a
like he
pharaoh's
looks
hat
at the NSA
I
office.
like Stanley Tucci. He can do no wrong.
But I don't think.
I don't
they're
understand why he was
Egyptian,
in that
right?
role.
I don't
either.
think
I
so.
was like,
like religious.
I thought he was fine.
Yeah.
It's just like a religious group that's protecting this.
Yeah, because they
right?
were at Vatican City.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
Grant.
who. Whatever.
It wasn't the pharaohs
Pick one.
protecting them.
Pick one. Any through history writer. Pick one. You get.
I
it.
liked
Yeah.
it. I was
going
cool with it.
to the end part, right, where he finally gets there. He finally gets to the Fountain of Youth. It's been his lifelong dream, especially because his dad wanted to do it. So he finally found it, and everything had been building up to this, all the friggin' dreams and everything, and it comes with a price, right? Like drinking from the Fountain of Youth. Do you guys think you could do that?
But you'd have to tell us what the price is.
Well, it was if you drink it.
Your loved
Right.
ones.
Somebody you love, I think the person you love the most
It
or
takes
something.
from your
it
loved
takes
ones.
from
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
What it
saying for
gives
the
you.
audience.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
no, Christina. In the movie,
No. We watched it. You didn't see how it went. Come on. Yeah, so it takes the thing you care about the most or person you love the most to give you your help.
I could not.
And now you're going to be
Alone.
forever alive. You're going to see
I
everybody
know. I
you
wondered
love
that too.
die.
It says it gives you all this power, and does that mean it gives you forever life? It gives you what kind of power?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, like eternal life.
So
That's the
because-
whole point of the Fountain of Youth.
Oh, well, I guess he didn't drink from it. It just
It's an extra 100 years.
healed his wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, an extra 100 years. I can do a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of books I could
My
read.
answer is I would not. I couldn't, because you would have to live with that forever.
I think-
because you're
Yeah.
now undying.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
good people.
Seeing what
so-
he did, right? Like he was able to just go in there and just kind of take a bath in it and fix himself.
You would do the
I would
bath.
just do that. I'd go,
Once a year,
that's
I'm in
not-
the bath.
yeah, once a
yeah.
year, just-
Yeah, he did.
Like
But he still
everyone's
got a
like-
benefit from it
100%.
without
Well,
hurting his family.
Yeah.
Didn't that kill switch crumble it?
Yeah, I think
I thought it
think
just
it's
closed it
Yeah,
up.
I think it closed it up now, but I
closed
think
it.
she can just
Oh.
hit the key
Yeah.
back the other way.
How's she gonna get
It's like a
back in there?
fireplace. You just
Yeah, she was inside the place, right?
Yeah.
To get
Yeah,
to
she
use
was
the key.
inside.
She was
It was
inside
by the
there.
stairs.
Yeah. She was in by the
No,
fountain.
she
Yeah.
was. I thought she was above the fountain.
No,
Like
yeah,
the
like you know
cave
how
in
when
was
you
up here.
you look down, there was all those doorways
Mm-hmm.
down. I think one of those doorways led to the
Yeah.
key room.
the key room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Safety switch.
And
room.
she knew which one it
Okay.
was.
I mean,
But
she's
I-
a protector. You gotta have the
If
instructions.
I had the opportunity to go into the Fountain of Youth and look at my face in the thing, and I'll do all
And
that
float.
and float and drink from it and have all this power and live forever, I would definitely not do it
Yeah.
because I'm not willing to sacrifice the people that I love the most to live forever. at all.
Self-satisfied.
Especially
even a
because it would probably take one of your kids, and then the other one would be like, "Dang, that was her favorite." one."
Those are damn.
They would both be dead because they're both my favorite. I don't have a
Dang,
favorite.
man.
The trust would
Um,
be broken forever.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I
would.
did
It's
get
not
only
worth
get
it at
19
all. Not
Christmas
even a
presents. You got
little.
25. What the hell?
Oh man.
Yeah, no, not me. What about you?
Well,
Yeah,
No,
have
I mean,
desire.
of course, I wouldn't. If that was the price, no, that's not good.
No.
That's not good for me.
And I wouldn't want to
I
live
mean,
forever
I
without
got,
my
I
family.
got, I already look pretty young as it is, so.
But it was interesting in the movie because the villain, it said, you know, if you love yourself the most, then it's going to take from you, and that's why he did
Destroy
the
Well, it's, this whole
fountain.
now
Yeah.
this makes the whole Fountain of Youth thing totally bad now.
Yeah.
Because if it, then if you do love yourself, now you just kill yourself. What?
I feel
what,
like that's-
what benefit
That-
am
I
are
think
we
that's
getting
I
from
feel
the
like
Fountain of
it's
Youth?
justice.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
do
that
too.
is.
I agree. I feel like
Then
that's
what is the point of the
justice.
Fountain of Youth even existing?
But you could still dip in once a year
Because
to
it-
get a little tune-up.
What's
the
Why?
sole
That's what I would
existence
be
for?
doing.
Little
Because
tune-up.
it's I feel like it's that tale as old as time, like even in Aladdin, only the right one can enter the cave. Only the right one can pull the sword. It's all about like your morality and
But
your
even if you're the
ethics.
right one, you can't benefit from it
No,
because it takes
you're-
from your
Tale as old
kids.
as time.
It takes from your
Right,
family.
right.
There's no. That's what I'm saying. There's always a trade-off. There's no like, even if you are the right one and you have a good heart and you love your family, then you kill your family. So that's what I'm saying. The
But
whole
so
Fountain of
you
Youth
don't
is
need all
a
that
I
net
power.
think
zero.
that's the
Right?
point. There's a
Nobody
price
needs
to
all that
pay.
power.
There's
There's
a
a
price to
price,
pay.
yeah.
I think
Well, I'm
that's-
just saying. There's a net zero here
Yeah.
with the Fountain of Youth.
I think in Aladdin, if you're the wrong one and you enter the cave, don't you die?
Yeah, you do. You get eaten by the
Get
cave.
eaten by the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
you die.
Yeah, you die. But the Fountain of Youth still, in my opinion, has a benefit. If you go once a year to go
It's
get
like
a tune-up,
the
I'm
best
telling
spa
you.
in
the
That's,
world.
Yeah, the
that's
best
what
spa
they
in the
should have done.
world.
I don't think this
Beauty.
this
That
loophole is
becomes
supposed to be
Well,
here.
because they just thought like a heal up. Imagine
did
if
he-
you
it
like
did.
had something really wrong with you and you were like, okay, I'm gonna go there and
Yeah,
I'll get
it
better.
would cure cancer.
Yeah,
I'm
all the
sure it would
things, all the
cure
things.
all kind
Yeah.
of
He
illnesses.
got blasted like 8 shots.
You just don't
to
have
Yeah.
to
the
drink
chest.
it.
Yeah, you
like,
got
fine,
shot
I
in the
won't drink it.
chest.
I'll just heal up. I'm
Yeah.
good. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Just gonna
I'm in.
swim in here. Don't drink it. Don't
Yeah.
drink the water.
I'd be
Just
like,
wear a
oh my-
mouth cover.
No, don't drink it in.
It's in your eyes. It's the same thing.
No,
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 you
no.
close your eyes. You don't open your eyes when you splash water.
Oh,
Do
I've
you?
been splashing water. Now.
That's false. You hate eyes. I
I
know
do.
you
It's
don't.
so
That's hilarious. Okay, but it did make me like want to go on an adventure. So where are we going? Where are we going?
What
Adventure.
treasure are we
Well,
finding?
I did like that it was like get out there and do something.
Okay,
It's about the
so-
journey of life,
Yeah.
you know, like that kind of a thing.
There
That's what
is
he was all about.
a real treasure to find, though. So there was a guy a millionaire guy who has recently hid a bunch of treasure around the United States and then released a book that had supposed to have some secret, you have to find the secret. I have the book, but I haven't read it. But I do have the book.
How
so
much did he leave in
How
each
much has
treasure?
been
Millions.
found? How
I
much
know,
has been
millions in
found?
each
I don't know how
treasure
much
chest?
has been found, but this was released maybe a year, for 2 years now. So I don't know if anyone found it or what the status
this is
of
just
it.
a-
I'm
employed
pretty
to
good
sell
at
books?
solving little clues, man. Let's do this.
But there are,
Who
but this
wants
is
to
a
fund
real
it?
treasure that
Where's
he
our
hid.
Ginger
and
at.
he left.
Where's the closest location?
Yeah, and he left the code in the book, and he sold the book, and I got the book, but I never read it. So
Give it to Joel. He wants to read
I
it.
do.
yeah,
We're gonna
and then we can go on a treasure hunt, a real treasure hunt, a real one,
With
without
booby
super
traps.
super
Booby traps.
I don't
without
wanna
supernatural
go.
stuff, without
Hey,
curses.
Hey, you never
Right, if
know.
he
Maybe
did
there
do
will be
booby
something
traps,
supernatural there.
He's
Oh,
now
great.
a murderer too.
Well, they
He
can't
catches
convict
you.
him,
I've
he's
been
dead.
waiting for you. You have made fun of my movie.
Another part I really liked that I identified with is in the ship again that they brought up, and then Natalie Portman is holding the map to navigate them, and she's wrong on every turn.
Yeah, she was wrong on
I was
every
like, that's
turn.
me.
So not
Yeah.
socially.
Her
That
challenged.
is
internal
you.
compass was
What is it
off.
called? Directionally challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. He was like, "You mean this?
Yeah, with the sign
room?
above the
This
door.
one? This room?"
Yeah.
So what did you think about the running time? It was 2 hours.
I thought it was a little long.
I thought it was perfect.
I liked it. The time frame.
That
I
is
thought it was
about
good.
the right amount for a movie.
It's a
like
2 hours
A
is perfect.
$1.45 to 2 hours. That's
Yeah.
the right length for a movie.
Okay.
You
Agreed.
want to get down to an hour 30? I got you.
That's a
But
little short to me now. for a movie.
$1.45
Really?
is
Yeah.
just
To me,
A
an
buck
hour
30
and 30.
actually feels like a Disney
Yep,
movie.
kids movie. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
What about you? How did you feel about it?
I feel like it was a little long for this film, but I agree with that. The 2 hours is probably the max I want to
Yeah.
sit in a film.
Which part would you have cut out?
I would have cut out a lot of
I
a
think
lot
the
of bad
beginning,
a
middle,
lot of
The
bad action
scooter
scenes.
chase?
A lot of bad action scenes.
I like the
Ooh.
action scenes. I thought they were
Oh,
fun.
I got the
I thought
gun.
they were
Cheese.
I like
More
the scene when they
cheese.
were all in the same room, and then like first the cop comes in, the Interpol.
Oh,
comes
my
in,
God.
and then the freaking Asian bad guys.
Let's just have
come
a
in.
meeting. Well, there must be a lot of cars parked
that
outside.
part.
Everyone must be here.
Oh, I am so smart. I followed that
Oh
guy.
my God. When they all showed up, I was like, really?
I thought it was
Really?
fun. I
I
liked
was
it.
confused by John's buddies, right? The girl and the guy, they were outside keeping watch with the army at the pyramid. And then they're like, we have to join the winning side. And then they decided to turn on the army. Like, I didn't understand.
I don't know.
that
I don't know
part.
how they came up to that conclusion
Yeah.
either. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I
I have
don't
no clue.
Yeah.
But she got shot
Yep,
because
she
of
got
it.
shot.
Yeah.
And then she got shot.
Like
Okay.
you
I
could
think it
have
was-
just stayed neutral outside. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone knew.
Just be like, we just happened to be here and
Yeah.
we were waiting for the pyramid to open again.
So they had their big gun debate.
yeah.
Oh, who's bigger guns?
I have a big
I,
stick
I
too.
think
or
it was
something.
because they knew if they sided with them, they'd have less of a chance of getting arrested, maybe.
Okay, because no one was asking them to side though. A cop was already
But they-
the cop already knew
Yeah.
what their role was. I felt like.
But now, if you say, "Hey, I helped you get through that," maybe take some lenience on us. That's what I think. That's what I took from it. Not saying it's right.
All right.
I'm just saying it's probably
I
right.
did
'cause
think it was really funny how Murphy never gets to go inside the places. He just waits outside.
Mhm.
He just gets to wait. And then I like that they made a joke about it at the very end too.
Yeah, he
That,
did.
Because
He-
that time I was like, the third time I was like, what the fuck? This guy never gets to go. I'd be so pissed if I was him. I would go inside and
Just
see the cool stuff.
I would
Oh,
wanna
dude,
go
I'm
inside,
risking,
glorified
yeah.
bouncer.
I'm risking my life out here too. I want to see what's inside.
Yeah, I would too.
So was it believable? Because we've talked about this before, where it's like if it's a pretty girl, you don't really believe she is a badass fighter.
Not
was
even
that
that she's pretty, but she's a tiny little girl.
Okay, was that train scene
No. No.
believable?
No,
I think
agree,
one
no.
big dude punches her one time in the face. She's not getting up from that.
The only
I don't
girl
care
that
how
can
much
like
training
take
you
that
do.
that punch is like China. Was that her name? Remember that
China,
big?
the big
I
wrestler
thought you were
girl.
saying like
Wrestler?
Ronda Rousey or whatever.
Okay,
it was.
Rhonda.
Well,
Rhonda
Ronda's
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those kind of girls, not
that
like-
scene-
American Gladiator
Yeah.
girls.
It was like, haha, I got away. I got 2 steps away, and then I got caught again, and then okay, get away. 2 steps again, and then you're back. I'm like, how big is this train? This is like the tiniest train ever. You just can't get away.
One back.
You're not running away. Jeez.
I liked it when she got stuck in the bathroom with the little spoon.
That was funny.
I was like, I could get
And
that
then the
spoon
spoon
off.
fell apart.
Yeah,
It's cool that like that was kind of Indiana Jonesy, where like he's running from somebody and he gets away, and then now he's already with other people that are chasing him, and he gets away, and now he's against other people. He steals the painting, and now they're chasing. Interpol's chasing him. It's like it's nonstop. Like he's nonstop running from
What
somebody.
was this rated?
PG-13.
Okay.
Because I wanted the kids to watch it.
Okay, I
They
get
did
it
not
now.
watch it. Yeah.
Now I understand why the hokiness
Yeah,
and the
of course.
cheesiness.
Oh, you wanted a more rated R action?
Well,
wanted
if
to
you
see
go
some.
further into real action, more dramatic and more, then you have to be rated R and say more like curse words and like be a little more serious, and you can so scarier curses and
Not
people
make it
dying.
as comical.
Yeah, not comic,
that-
but like you gotta keep it kind of soft for the kids so you don't like
Giggity.
traumatize them.
You can't throw those motherfuckers.
So that's why I can see this. I can see why the why I'm seeing hokiness out of this.
Okay. Okay. A lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese for me. Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of cheese.
I like whatever cheese he's got. He's pouring it on.
I know that
This
was like a
nacho- this is
poor
nacho
cheese.
cheese.
Awesome.
I got
Melty
nacho
cheese
cheese.
like that.
Yeah, yeah. This is the shredded.
Hook me up.
The shredded.
Hook me up with that melty
You
is-
shred cheese weird. What shred are you using?
the
No,
shred-
it's like this thing.
Oh yeah, there's the other
This
one.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What is this one?
It's the one that's just flat.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
has the grater. Gosh, Angie, don't you have any?
This
don't
is-
you
this-
know how to
This
grate
is
cheese?
proof that she doesn't grate cheese.
This is
I
the
hate
parmesan.
shredded
This is the
cheese.
parmesan. You're spreading the parm.
But you have to also grade that.
You still
That's
have to
already
grate
comes
it.
in.
Or
usually.
get it
Oh,
pre-grated.
you
you
get
can do like
pre-grated.
Olive Garden.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. A little bit of- That's more of a
Ooh,
salt
I want
shaker.
Olive
though.
Garden.
I haven't had that in a long.
The OG, as I call it.
Yeah.
That is the best salad dressing in the world.
I love. You can buy
Olive
it
Garden?
too at the store.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's not as good
I
there.
It's
tried it.
incredibly unhealthy for you. But
I don't
want
want to think about it. Yeah, yeah.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought it
Yeah,
tastes
who
so
would've-
yummy
something-
and it
Something yummy has 1,000,000 calories in like 2 ounces.
Anyway,
I liked it. I liked the cheese. I liked it. I just thought it was fun. It was a fun
definitely
movie.
a fun movie. It's one that had been on my radar to watch because, like I said,
Yeah,
I
we
like
had it
John
on our watch
Krasinski.
list.
Okay.
So when
Yeah.
you said it, I was like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
I've already wanted to watch
Bonus.
this. So it was pretty sweet. Yeah, dude, I was very, very stoked and very happy to have watched this movie.
I like watching all movies without thinking too deeply, so that's how I prefer to watch movies.
It was less talking and more action.
Yeah,
Yep,
I-
yep.
As I was
Bandits.
watching this, I was like, Angie might like this because there's not as much talking.
Yep.
Lots
And even-
lots of action.
And when there was talking, I did enjoy the talking because it was like the dry back
Yeah,
and forth.
funny, witty.
It's just funny,
Yeah.
light. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
I like these
banter.
kind of movies, like the puzzle solving, the running around the world trying to solve crazy mysteries that have been around since the end of time or beginning of time. Like I love things like that. That's why Indiana Jones movies are some of my favorites.
You like the murder mysteries.
I do like murder
too.
mysteries.
Yeah.
I like things where you're thinking it's going this way and then it goes that way. Boop, boop, boop.
This
Yeah.
twist.
Ha.
I like twist too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the villain, like I said, until they got to the pyramids.
Did you like him as a villain?
I still see him as like a nerdy guy because he plays a nerdy guy in a lot of movies.
Oh, I
that
didn't even
guy.
recognize him at all.
Yeah, he does.
was
Like
in
rom
Peter Rabbit.
com, and he was in one with
Nailed it.
the
That's it.
girl from The Notebook. What's her
Should've.
name?
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, they were in some kind of
She's also very pretty.
rom com
pretty.
together. Anyway,
Button for pretty.
you don't think she? Yeah, she's
yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
She's really pretty.
This is my.
Anyway, so that was a cool development for me because I didn't see it from the beginning. It came
I agree.
towards the
I
end
liked it too. I liked the
Yeah.
twist.
But I think they didn't give you enough time
to really figure it out.
dislike him. You know what I mean? Like as soon as he showed his true colors, he was dead within 15 minutes.
yeah, it would have been nice to hate him for a little longer.
I think so too.
I agree.
Well, it was kind of cool letting the kid
'Cause
have some pain. Right?
I thought he was kind of cool for a while too, and I'm like, oh, you're the bad guy.
Yeah. I didn't like
Did you
that
think
he
he
gave
was
the
cute?
kid alcohol.
I didn't
In
either.
Europe.
I didn't like that
No.
he gave him alcohol. I'm like, do they do that? Is that the thing?
In Europe.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, but
I, don't
I
know.
think
What's
it's
the
even
age over
wine.
there?
They gave him.
Is
He
it
gave him
18?
champagne. So I think it's
Sparkling
younger
wine.
than I think it's
Yeah.
like 12.
What?
In Spain,
Yeah.
it's very young.
It's like 12.
Okay, so that kid was old
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
He was like 12.
But they weren't in Spain. Where were they?
They were in Europe somewhere. London, was it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know that it's there.
All right. Well, if it's legal in one part of the country, I mean the world, fuck it. 12 it is.
Fuck it.
Yeah. It's a universal.
Sage,
It's a global.
champagne it up.
Yeah, painting it up. We're celebrating
We're
your win
having
tonight.
Mostly
Tonight.
bubbles.
yeah.
Not even a
Just
big
kidding.
deal.
Just kidding. But do you think the villain is he a handsome guy?
No, I do not.
Not hot.
Not
even
at
a
all.
little bit.
I actually thought he was kind of cool, like oh, he's kind of cool. And then as he got worse and worse, I'm like, oh, you're getting uglier.
I really. So in the beginning, you thought?
No, I
like,
didn't think he was
maybe?
cute, but I mean, like
Okay.
some people you could get cuter as they have a good personality. Like I think John, is that his name, right?
Yeah.
Luke, not super hot, but
I don't think
his
he's hot
personality
either.
makes him better looking.
Yeah, I think he's got a big nose.
He does indeed have
got
a
a
big nose.
honker.
But
Yeah. What about the
I like John
detective?
Krasinski.
No, not the detective.
What was he in? Was he in the girl Deschamel?
Zoe.
Zoe.
Deschanel.
Zoe. What's that show called? The Girl.
The New
The New
Girl?
Girl.
That
New
is
girl.
not
I
him.
don't. He's
No,
not
he's
in
not
there. No.
He's been in things, and
I feel like he's been in things, but always as a side character
Oh, okay.
too. I don't think he's been.
I
main
did like him in
character.
this. Not ugly, but not hot.
I thought most of the characters were pretty great. Like,
Yeah.
I thought they
I
all
like the
served their
characters
purpose
also,
good. And
yeah.
They all had like a good dynamic with each other. And everyone played their role right.
Yeah, the girls were better looking than the guys. Like
Yeah.
they were like,
Like the
better eye
protectors
candy.
could have had some hot protectors.
yeah,
you know
why
what
not
I mean?
a hot
They did.
protector?
Where?
The girl.
No,
She was hot.
we already
For
said the
girl
girls.
is hot. We're
the
talking
girls
for the guys.
carried eye candy in this
Yes,
movie
exactly.
Why would they need attractive protectors?
because it's just visual eye candy.
They're just
This is
Like, we're
PG-13.
saying
they're
we
just
could
somewhere
have.
in the Vatican
PG-13.
getting jacked.
Why
We
did
gotta
they have an
protect.
attractive
exactly.
female?
Exactly.
They didn't show
Hello.
her body off. They showed
We
her
didn't
face. She was
say she
pretty.
Because-
No, we
That's
just
what
said
I'm
eye
saying.
candy,
Because she
guys.
has to-
No
she
one
has
said
to be able
porn
to-
Attack,
status.
attack.
Wow,
Jeez.
I'm saying,
She has to be able to schmooze.
So all we're saying is it's nice that there is female eye candy for you guys, right? But we would have also appreciated some male
I
eye
think
candy.
John was supposed to be that.
Well, he's
John
not.
was that.
Well, I don't know.
John, Krasinski is absolutely a good-looking dude.
He's not ugly, but he's not
Would you
hot.
kiss him on the mouth?
I've
And
think twice.
I think his personality makes him look better.
Yes, his personality makes him cuter, but
Yes.
he's not like a heartthrob.
Okay,
Agree.
how about this? You ready?
Yeah.
Do you know who he's married to?
No.
Yeah, Emily Blunt.
Yes. Who's the prettiest in that group? Who's
Emily.
the attract? No.
Do you know
Yes.
Emily
Yeah.
Blunt is
Let me show
not
you a picture of
better
Emily.
looking person
Yes,
than John
she
Krasinski.
is.
I think she's better looking.
Yeah.
I don't think she. I
Dang.
don't,
Is
I don't think she's ugly.
I don't think.
That's
I
not a
think
good
John
picture. Let me
Krasinski-
find a better
yeah,
picture.
exactly.
Look at.
She's cute.
John Krasinski's
She's
the
the-
better looking one.
No,
she's
she's-
the
one on
she's
the-
pretty.
She's
Why
carrying
is
the,
this
the looks in that
That is
one.
rude, Joel. Just rude.
Why?
She is
How was that
not.
rude?
She is not uglier
I'm
than him.
literally saying she's pretty,
Or she's
but I think
prettier
John
than he
Krasinski is the better looking person.
I
in that
don't at all.
You're outnumbered here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
group. I mean,
Sorry,
it's okay to
friends.
be wrong, guys.
I think she's pretty.
I
Look
know.
at her
I've
right
seen her in
there.
so many things, and I can't think of
Yeah.
any of
Devil
any of it
Wears
right now.
Prada is like her
They were
breakout
in
role.
The Quiet Place
But
together.
she didn't watch Quiet Place.
She's been in
I
lots
know
of
you
things I've
watched
seen.
Devil Wears
I
Prada.
definitely.
I thought
saw
Anne
it.
Hathaway was the Devil's Prada.
She was.
They're
also,
both in it. She's the evil secretary, Emily Blunt. She doesn't look as great in this movie.
Oh, I
She's like
don't.
the one that.
I think I saw it like one time.
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
Was she
you
the
didn't
one?
watch it more than one time.
Jungle Cruise? Was she in that movie?
Yep,
Oh
she
yeah,
was.
yeah. I saw that. That was one I don't remember liking.
Was she
Jungle
Mary
Cruise.
Poppins?
She was.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mary
Look at that.
Poppins.
All
The
of these
newest
are
Mary
coming
Poppins.
up.
I didn't watch that one either.
I didn't either.
I did watch Mary Poppins. No, but
She's in Fall Guy.
Didn't watch that
Oh,
one.
that movie was really good.
I don't remember. I saw it, but I
With
don't
It was
Ryan
like an
Gosling,
ode to
or he-
stuntmen.
Oh no, I
He
did
did
not
the
see that.
Stuntman?
Nope.
Oh,
just
it
kidding.
was.
That's
I
really
saw
good.
A lot
The
of
other one,
action.
Free
I
Guy?
do want to see it.
I seen Free
That's
Guy.
good.
That is not how
Free
Emily
Good,
Blunt
Free
got.
Good, Free Guy. I think I saw and I don't remember liking
With
it.
Ryan Reynolds, and
Yeah.
he's like an NPC in a video game, pretty much.
Yeah, I did see it. I don't
Yeah.
think I
Fall
liked it.
Guy, not Fall Guy. The
Fall Guy is better than Free Guy.
What
Yes,
was your
Fall
favorite
Guy.
scene in this movie? Mine was pyramid. I like the pyramid scene when the stairs popped out. I think I already said that.
I
but-
think mine is the
That
ship
was
being
fun.
brought up,
Oh, the ship was good too. I
Yeah.
like
That
the
was
ship.
good. I think the whole.
and
ship
then
part
being
was
able
really
to
great.
go on this ship that's been, undersea for so long.
Yeah, everything looked the same though. I know it was undersea, but I was like, it could look a little better.
It's weird that you guys are saying undersea.
I
not
know. I
underwater.
couldn't think of a better
Under the
thing.
sea.
Yes.
under ocean.
What was your favorite scene, Joel?
I think the boat part was probably my favorite part, where the boat had been waterlogged for a long time
Because it was undersea.
because it was undersea. It was
They
a very
found-
wet boat.
They've
went
had a
on.
really good painting in there, still intact.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it was the music room where they played the music.
Okay,
and,
so
like,
in the
that's
pyramid.
cool.
In the
Yeah, in the
pyramid.
pyramid.
Okay, cool. What worst scene? Any worst scenes?
Yeah, worst scene is when they suddenly did slow mo out of nowhere and was all.
It was confusing.
Yeah, that was weird.
I didn't.
It was.
I thought.
It was out of place.
It was
Completely out of place.
In that moment, I was like, "Are they drugged? Was it the alcohol? Is the alcohol
Yeah,
kicking
it was
in?"
confusing because they hadn't done it.
There
It was-
didn't seem to be a reason to do it.
Yeah.
Like.
And the reason why they were doing it is because it's like everything's going in slow motion now. There's a gun to my sister's head. What do I do? But I was confused. Totally
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
But I was
That
a
was the
plausible
worst.
reason was they drank alcohol, and I was like, maybe it's kicked in. That's what I was thinking.
guess.
and they're slurring now.
It's
I
like
haven't
been
drank
there
enough
for a
alcohol
long
for that
time.
to happen
Well, I thought maybe
yet.
it was something happened to it for over a long time.
I don't know. I was like, what the fuck is this? What am I watching
Yeah, I
here?
was confused
Then I
by
was
that
like
also.
lasted a lot longer than I expected it to. Anyway, so that was my worst.
So usually for me, like talking scenes are the worst, and I don't think I have a worst talking scene.
They didn't do a lot of just sitting and talking.
Yeah, and I like that
Mhm.
about this.
It was a
movie.
lot of moving.
Or when they
Yeah.
were talking, they were solving the mystery.
It had good pace.
Yeah.
I agree.
It
It
had
had
great
good pace.
pace.
I also
It
really
made you
liked.
not worry about what just happened. Like,
Yeah.
don't worry about why.
Don't
they
think too
shot
deep
Forget
about
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Quick,
about
quick,
the
go, go.
the
Yeah.
guy fought off those robbers with the kids
Yeah.
with rocks in his hand
Yeah,
in his
don't
pocket.
think about that.
He's
Keep
all
going.
rocks in your face.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I
I
was like,
thought
is
those
that
were
some
magic rocks.
magic
I thought those were
powder?
mints,
Yeah.
I thought they were
Magic rocks.
raisins, dude. I was like,
And he just has them.
he's like, ha ha. And he's like,
And the guy's
"Ah!"
like, no!
They were obviously
Not
like
the
fire rocks or
rocks.
Magic
something.
mints.
Or we're
Yeah,
like-
They're
Magic
pop
fire
rocks, so that when they got in contact with the eye, they were
In
They
the-
just started
popping.
popping in his
Yeah.
eye.
in the library where he like kicks the desk and he like sends the girl flying. I was like, really? You're gonna go flying off the little tap to the desk?
Yeah, okay. Oh
I was
yeah,
like-
that scene in the fight scene, and there
Yeah.
was that was the one scene I didn't like. because
Same.
they were in a library.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
way
making
too
a
loud.
ton of noise.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were,
You have to be quiet.
a
in the
lot of
library.
attention.
And I feel like the library would have had security because they clearly had,
Some important
precious artifacts or whatever.
Yeah, but
yeah.
then she starts hanging from the ceiling for a rope, and I was like, "Oh, forget about it. Just
Yeah.
move on to the next
Can
thing."
someone cut me
Yeah,
down?
moving on. Okay.
Okay.
My stomach hurts from all the cheese around here.
I also really liked the part where, so after he finally escaped the train, he had the painting, right? Now he sees his sister. She's the museum curator, and he's talking to her, oh, it's good to see you. And then he steals the painting, and he's running, and she's like, wait. And they get in that car.
Oh,
that
okay,
car is dope.
I want to drive that car.
That
car-
was a great, but it was a right side drive Cobra. And I was like, that's so un-American. Because
They were in London.
I know, but
I
that
thought the same shit. I was like, it's weird to see that car.
it's weird to see
right-handed.
that car
Yeah.
with a right side drive.
I thought it was appropriate.
And then he was,
was probably Guy
ripping down the
Ritchie's.
streets with that
Yeah, it
thing.
probably is that, he probably had
In
it
real
custom
life.
made, but like a real one would be on the left side, just so you know.
And he's drifting it all over.
It was cool to see that car.
Dodging everybody. And then, he does like the cool hide it in a truck.
yeah.
That
I
was
like
cool.
cool hiding
That
in a
was
truck.
Yeah, I did
That was
too.
a Fast and Furious
But you
move
were
right
supposed
there.
to talk about your worst scene.
Oh.
And then
Angie,
you
we
went
moved on
best
from that.
scene.
Hurry,
My
hurry, go,
word.
go, go.
No, that is my worst
Rocks
scene
to the
too.
face, rocks to the face.
My least favorite part was that fight in the library.
Oh, okay.
Because also like where
He
the
comes out of
people
the
are
library?
here and she's looking at the books and he comes out the secret door.
I know.
Where is that bitch? She's like, really, dude? And it's like, come on.
I know.
come
He sounds
on.
like
I laugh.
At
I
first-
laugh funny.
too,
First, I
laughed
thought
too.
I was like, "Come on, she's gonna
That
pull a
felt
book
like
and it's
very,
gonna
I
like-
thought
happen."
that's what I thought the book was gonna pull
I
and the
thought the
door was
same.
gonna
It's like
open.
the first one was gonna happen. I was like, "Okay, I'm glad that didn't
When she
happen."
stabbed the book, I was like, how rude.
Yeah.
And then
No respect for
like
books.
So rude.
I don't know if she actually wanted to kill him, right? But you also fucking fought him with a knife.
Yeah.
What was
She
the
was
outcome there?
swinging
You just gonna do
hard.
stabbies
Just
and then
to
be like,
maim
gotcha,
him, like wound
we're
him.
out of here.
Yeah.
She was getting him back for something. Oh, leaving her in the boat. In the sunken boat, remember?
Okay, that part I was
They
like,
came with
how
guns.
they got out and
Yeah.
they're all
the
out of
boat
breath
just
already.
sank around her and she just
The
went,
helicopter left.
Yeah, the helicopter.
did you get out of there,
She
girl?
didn't emerge from the water, so
Protectors have really good swimming
Yeah,
and
they
holding
do.
their breath abilities.
She
That's
not only
part
can
of being
beat
a
up
protector,
dudes,
dude.
she can hold her
That
breath
wasn't
forever.
explained in the movie.
She probably had like a special
That was
shell and dolphins came and took her.
now you're
Those
talking about
are-
Aquaman.
Those
You're talking
are
about different
definitely
They have
movies.
Egyptian
something that you
mermaids
just
that
like
give them
you
special
accept.
powers.
You accept and you move on.
Okay.
Accept and
All
move
right.
on.
We're not talking. We're not thinking about that
Also,
anymore. She's back.
She's
Shark
back.
infested
really
waters.
cool knockout spray they had.
Oh, I totally.
That
I-
was cool.
I guarantee
Doesn't this
some
smell
people
good?
have wanted to do that to me plenty of times in life.
Oh my
Shut up.
God.
Shh. Everybody would want to do
I
that
was
to someone
thinking
too.
for
in
way
life.
worse reasons than that, but that's a thing.
Grape.
That's a thing that I
Grape
thought of in
soda.
my dumb head.
No, but
You are using
I
this
think
for-
I'm sure
like
all
that
of us
spray.
have had people that have wanted to do it to all of
Oh,
us
yeah,
in our lives,
100%.
for sure.
But it
Nope.
would be fun to like have it in your
Everybody
pocket
love
and
me.
just be like, Psh,
Oh.
you're so annoying.
Ain't nobody ever wanted to knock me out.
Never.
So should we talk about taking it?
I say we do.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me get your cannon ready, Grant.
Yep. Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
You were a
Grant?
little too
Okay.
too
Well,
clear.
if you haven't noticed from my lack of excitement for this film, I will say something good about the movie. It did have good pacing.
Okay.
It did. It really did.
It did have. There is some fun to it. There is a fun aspect to it. But for me, there was a lot of cheese and hokiness to it. The performances didn't really. I didn't like all their performances. I didn't like John's performance. I didn't like that his cadence of the way he's talking. So I am not taking this to my island.
Because Grant is lactose intolerant.
That's right.
Jokes.
All right, Angie.
So I enjoyed this movie a lot. I love the pacing. It was right on cue for me and my type of movie. Love the action. I love the banter. That's the word I was looking for.
I like the banter.
Witty
Banter.
banter.
And I think I would take this because I would like to rewatch it and see if there were
Whoa,
things
she
I
wants to
missed with it.
rewatch it. I'm in
Yeah.
shock right
Yeah.
now.
That's a never.
Is crazy.
That's never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hold
I
on.
think-
Shock.
I I think the kids would like this movie.
I
I think
do
the
too.
kids
I
would
do
really
too.
I
enjoy
was
this.
really bummed
Absolutely.
after we finished it. I was like, I wish they had watched it with us.
We can now. You can watch it again with them because Angie wants to see it again.
I also have a lot of space on my island, so
You do. You got to start picking up the pace. I mean, there's nothing else really I can say that you guys haven't said. The pacing was great. It was funny. It had action. Had all the things that I like with, you know, the mystery solving. Definitely lots of cheese in this movie. But because it was funny and fast paced, it doesn't really linger, the cheese, you know? But I also don't think I'll take this to my island.
Oh, you double clicked.
That was a misfire.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, because I don't think I would watch this movie again because I've seen the outcome of it. And I don't, maybe, you know, years down the road, I'll check it out again. But I have no desire to watch it again. But I liked it. It was fun. Fun movie. Fun. I'm saying fun too much.
yeah, a little
Still
bit.
fun.
All right, Christina.
Well, I liked the movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. Loved the banter. Loved the car scene. Not enough cute boys.
What about the scooter scene?
Scooter scene I loved. I liked it. The fire scooter, they all crash. It's fun. I thought the Asian guys were funny. I think I would replace that Asian guy with that Asian funny girl. She's the comedian. She kind of has a deep
Aquafina.
Aquafina.
Is that her name? I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see her. I thought that would have been funny.
I think she's funny. I like her.
Yeah,
I
but
also like
that would have been my
Aquafina.
one replacement of characters. But I liked it. It had the twist of the bad guy at the end. I love the family dynamic, the brother, the sister, nephew. I loved it. I thought it
Even
was
though
great.
The sister sucked.
I didn't think she was that bad. I think she was being realistic. Realistically, you can't just, go around stealing paintings and take kids on illegal adventures.
But she didn't turn him in either.
No,
Was
she
her
didn't.
brother, yeah.
So she was not that lame, was she, Joel?
She was about to quit. She took her kids and I'm out of here. She
And that
took
was
her ball
another-
and was leaving the park.
Was funny that
But
she
luckily
ended
the
up
son
on the
was like,
airplane.
I'm a brilliant person. It's music.
It's music. I thought this was good. I really liked
No,
it.
it
I
was-
think this
it was
is the best
definitely
movie I've seen, original movie, original script, since Wonka.
Wow.
That's what- that was Wonka 2 years ago.
praise.
Wow, that's
But Wonka,
surprising.
Yeah.
Original movie. Since new.
With Wonka had, I feel like even roots though because it was
Yeah,
branching
it was.
off.
I mean,
yeah,
it
it wasn't
had
completely.
characters you know,
Okay.
but it
true.
was. But it wasn't
Wonka-
original script. You
Yeah.
know,
But I thought Wonka was good. And
I wonder if
liked
this
it.
is a
I
also
book.
Really enjoyed it.
But this, since Wonka, I can't remember any, like even the more recent new movies that we've seen, they've all sucked. Most of them have really freaking sucked. Big time.
I think Carry On's better than this one.
Oh no.
I
Yeah.
think I enjoyed
This one better.
I think this and Novocaine are probably my two that I like.
Yeah, I think
a lot.
Novocaine's better than this
Oh,
one.
I disagree.
Sure.
I fully disagree.
Well,
But I
This
mean,
is-
this like the story was really good in this. I think
This story is
No,
more
it
fun
was
to
really
me.
good. I'm like, I don't want you guys to think I didn't like this movie. I did. Just
We hear
I
you, Joel.
enjoyed all three movies.
yeah, that's what I'm saying is I liked all three
Yeah.
of the new movies. We
Okay,
watched.
so are you taking it to your island?
So,
we
like
watched
I
it in
said,
Blink
of all
twice.
of the movies that we've seen lately, this is the best one I've seen since Wonka. Like the other ones were less like, eh. As much as I do like this movie, I will not be taking it to my island.
And shock.
It's
But
if this was set in the 70s, shoot, I'd say,
This
if
in
they
the
had
70s,
different garb
that's right.
on, different costume, I wouldn't. No, I
If
do
Matthew
like it.
McConaughey
All
was
right,
in
all
this.
right, all right. Well, eye candy. It
Yeah,
would've been eye
a little more of
candy.
eye candy, maybe. Some
So it's
better
because you
music.
wouldn't watch it again.
I don't
Is
know.
that-
It's maybe. I feel like this could be one of those movies that grows on you as you watch it more. Sometimes that happens, but I will 100% watch
Like
number
a
2
tumor.
if it comes out.
Yeah.
But would you say like a tumor?
yeah, grows on you.
It'll grow on me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do
Yeah, I was
wanna-
just doing
I
that.
do
Yeah,
want to
'cause
watch
he
this
was-
It's
with
like
the kids.
like
I
green
think it's
stuff
good.
on cheddar
I
cheese.
will
I would
watch it
watch
with the
it.
kids too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if the kids want to watch it on a movie night
Yeah.
soon. But I don't know if I want to take it to my island. Like I don't know if it's island worthy.
Okay, okay.
Like
Wow.
it's like that. But it's good. I really like it. Highly recommend
I
this
think
movie.
Blink Twice has
Fun
been my
for
favorite
family.
original
movie
I
we've
did
seen
really,
as a group here.
yeah, I did
really
really
like
like
that
that one because the story
Once
was
again,
so.
I wouldn't watch that movie again, but
No.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
enjoyed that more than this?
I would watch.
like,
I would watch that
story-wise.
over this. This
No,
one.
no, like
yeah, not me. Not even.
I
no
think
chance.
this would be second place for that.
I think it's really weird that all three of the movies you have said, Blink Twice, Carry On, and Novocaine have been my
That's 'cause
picks.
you picked
We
all
the
new
most
movies.
recent. These are the
Yeah,
most. These are the
you-
newest
You
movies.
picked all new
yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
This was, Christina's first new movie she picked.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
And I did want it. I saw the preview
And
before. It was.
Still
you know,
didn't take it.
And still
And
didn't
I
I
do
took
liked
it.
it.
After
And
all
I
the-
took it.
After all the
We had one
accolades,
take,
still
one
no
take.
It
take.
is good. Still
was
good.
good. It was
I
good.
like it. I highly recommend it. Watch
so
it with
we
your kids.
can
It's
enjoy a
fun.
movie,
What did
but
we
not
watch it on?
enjoy it enough to take it to our
Yes,
island.
It was on
Exactly.
Apple, right?
It was on
on
Apple.
So if
yeah.
anybody
Streaming
wants to
on
watch
Apple.
it, it's on Apple.
Yep.
It was good. We all, except for Grant, recommend it.
That's right.
Too much cheese for
If
Grant.
you're
Too
if
many
you're
cheese.
under 13,
I was all about the cheese.
you
But-
can
I was
wa- you
enjoying
would
it.
Probably watch
Pee-wee's
it. Enjoy.
Playhouse movie wasn't too much cheese.
See, that's
No, but
that's
that's purposeful.
That's expected
That's
cheese.
it's purposeful.
That's exactly that is
Okay.
That's
meant
like
to
the
be
worst cheese,
all
like cottage
the cheese.
cheese.
That's,
That
That's
guy
what I'm saying, it
is
grows
cheese,
on you.
just as his
'Cause there's,
character
like,
is cheese.
I know.
Sentimental. That's
His
what I
whole
like.
character
Yeah,
is
he's
cheese.
just he's based on cheese, man.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Whose turn is next?
I think it's Angie's pick next.
Whose turn next?
Whose turn next?
What
My
you
turn.
gonna
My
do?
turn. I am gonna pick another movie I haven't seen.
All right.
Surprise. I was between two movies. They're both streaming. I don't know if it made it to the theater or not, but I'm gonna go with Last Breath.
Last breath is
I
this
think
button.
Last Breath.
Sima Lu is in it. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly. It's streaming on Peacock, I think.
Is
Oh,
that-
and I think Woody Harrelson is in it actually too.
Oh,
not
that's
Woody
where they go
Harrelson. No,
dive.
no, no.
It is Woody Harrelson.
Is
where
it
they go
Woody?
down in the water?
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
it's
Woody
like a
Harrelson.
submarine
Yep,
kind of movie.
100%. Woody
I've
Harrelson.
never heard of it. I have no clue.
Woody Harrelson?
That looks like a
think-
What's it
giant
on?
Woody.
Peacock.
Woody
I think.
Harrelson.
Yeah. So
It's got it's got massive two balls. No?
That's a Johnson. Get back over here. Get back in line.
I don't know what movie.
This
they're
is Austin
quoting.
Powers.
Okay. All right.
It's got a
$1
smooth
million
shaft and two
that's all I
balls.
got.
yeah,
yeah.
There it goes. I got it.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for watching
Yeah.
and listening, and let us know if you take it to your island. And also, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube because we're
Like
doing
and
that
subscribe.
thing now.
Awesome.
Leave some comments. Tell
We'll
us-
read them.
Tell us how great this movie was. Or not so great.
Aloha.
Later.
Toodles.
Bye.